Absolutely nothing. Thank you, Jane. Right. Meanwhile, pressure's really increased, hasn't it, on Tottenham Hotspur head coach Thomas Frank after his side fell to a stoppage time defeat against relegation-threatened, not easy to say, relegation-threatened West Ham. Yeah, it wasn't the best day as boos rang out at full-time as Spurs lost at home for the 5th time in 10 Premier League games this season. They'd gone behind through a deflected Crescencio Somerville strike before Christian Romero drew them level. However, it was the substitute, that man there, Callum Wilson, who fired in the winner in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. A potentially seismic strike for the future of both managers, you'd have to say.
I'm delighted for our fans to get it in the last minute in front of them. After all those support that they give us means a lot. It means a lot for us as a club, means a lot for us to move forward. It helps during the week, and we believe that we can turn around, so we have to keep working.
And it's not much better than winning a game as late as you did. I imagine the changing rooms are quite a lively place at the moment.
Yeah, but we've been in the other side many times. This season has been hard on us, so I hope the players enjoy their Sunday and we go back again to prepare for the next week because it's going to be a tough one, you know.
So Michael Bridge joins us now live. And Michael, you were actually at the game. What was the atmosphere like?
Well, it started really well. Conor Gallagher making his debut. Spurs started pretty well, Vicky, but then it felt flat. And then West Ham United took the lead. There was boos at half-time. Then Spurs trying to get that equaliser and a brilliant header from Christian Romero. Then Spurs pushed for that winner. And then Callum Wilson came on to get the winner for West Ham. And there was significant boos at full-time. Many Spurs fans singing to Thomas Frank, "You're getting sacked in the morning" as well. It was some really unsavoury scenes, and it's been pretty bad on this high road as well. The fans are extremely angry at this result. It leaves Thomas Frank in a bit of a difficult position, and this was him speaking to Sky just a little earlier after at full-time.
That is very tough to take, I must admit. That hurts a lot. A little bit similar to the Bournemouth game, where we were completely on top second half. The boys are working so hard; they're putting everything in it, and I think that's a sign of a squad, a team that are fighting, doing everything they can to try to win the game. They're on top of it. I think it's fair to say second half it should be the winners. I think it should have been us. The way we came back into it, the same at Bournemouth. In both games we are losing in the last minute, which makes it emotional tough for me, the players, the club, the fans, everyone. And right now we are in that spell where we of course conceded on deflected shot and on a last minute corner where we could have done better.
That's the 31st defeat in 60 league games for Tottenham Hotspur. That leaves them 14th in the league table. Now, he's spoken to the written journalist after the game as well. He said he understands fans booing. He's also said that he's down to the bare bones in terms of his squad. There have been more injuries today. I understand that Javi Simons has picked up an injury as well at full time. Ben Davies was in terrible pain during the first half as well. So while Conor Gallagher made his debut today, Spurs need a lot more. But look, this is January. Like, how many players can you get in? It's going to be extremely difficult. And Spurs have got Borussia Dortmund here on Tuesday night, a Champions League game. This is not a Champions League squad. Let's flip it. What a result for West Ham United. What a huge win for West Ham. They were down and out. Their best player for Spurs, of course, as well. And they saw it as a must-win.
Interrupt you there and apologise profusely for what you might have heard just there from the fan that walked across the screen. We really do apologise for that foul language there. Meanwhile,
we got Dan, the West Ham fan, coming on. I know he's got a smile on his face. There he is.
For the first time in a long time, I've got a big smile on my face. And listening, I love Michael Bridge. I think he's a great guy. But listening to him talking about all Spurs' problems, it's just been the cherry on top.
We don't care about Spurs' problems right now. Let's talk about West Ham. Right, your new striker. I want to talk about him. Tati, what did you think of him?
Yeah, listen, I think he's that burst of energy we've kind of needed up top. And we lack energy in this team, and he brings it. I think his touch still needs a lot of work, but I like the idea of having him up top in a two with Callum Wilson. We'll talk about Callum Wilson, I'm sure.
That's what I was coming to next, McGann.
Yeah, that signing, I think it's not we need more. but I think that's going to give us a little bit extra that we've been looking for, honestly.
But what did you think of West Ham's overall performance? To be honest, we've already said it. We like Nuno. He's got a nice way about him. He's very an organised manager. But today, I see real effort there. It was like everyone knew it was a must-win game.
Yeah, it was effort, and especially that first half. That was, one of the sort of better performances I've seen in this fixture. There's been so many flat fixtures that makes you feel like players don't know what this game means. They don't know the importance of a London derby. But it was physical. There was yellow cards, tackles. It's everything you want to see in a West Ham performance. Particularly that first half. We was on top. We was causing them all sorts of problems. Still issues with me in certain aspects. I like Nuno, but when we score, we tend to regress and sit back and try to hold on instead of going for the winner. And I want to see us try to have a little bit more about us in future. But overall, I'm happy with the performance.
That's his style, though, isn't it? He is every team he's been at, really, his style is suck up pressure and then break fast. I think, I understand the football you're used to, being attacking team, scoring goals. But I feel like you just need to get used to Nuno's way, because I think Nuno will get West Ham up the table if he can bring in the right players, like you said.
Yeah, but over 30 games, I think it has consecutively without a clean sheet for Nuno. Sometimes you've got to tweak your ways. You've got to change. You go, what I'm doing is not working. That's our third win under Nuno. Again, no clean sheets. And I'm not being negative on it, but I'm just pointing some perspective.
No, but I agree. Does it paper over the cracks if you get a win like that today, do you feel?
Yeah, listen, I don't want it. I still want him to believe that he needs to tweak and change. He went for a different formation. He went for a two up top, which I love. I love the change at the start, but it's the game management of when we go up, trying to see the game out. And when it was 1-1, it felt like up until we made that Wilson sub, which was inspired, I give him credit for it, we was trying to get the draw and we needed the win. So I still want to see Nuno try and show a little bit more bravery in how he approaches games, like the teams above us have, particularly Leeds that have got out of it.
To be honest,
that's it. But overall, I like Nuno.
But to be honest, there, I agree with what you said there. Obviously, when you're in a position where you want to, control the tempo, see out the game, I understand that part. But I genuinely don't think you've got the players to do that.
And we're watching Callum Wilson there. There's so many reports of him going. I mean, could you afford to lose him?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be keeping Callum Wilson. There's no doubt about that, because he's one player that in the Premier League, if he gets service, he'll score goals. And I think West Ham need that right now. I mean, I got told recently, I'm not sure if this is true or not, that he's on a pay-as-you-play contract. I mean, I understand why he would want to leave then, if that's the case. But, I mean, ultimately, West Ham do need to bring players in. He has brought a couple players in, which is good. I mean, Scales, I like to see him, a youth product, isn't he? So that was nice that he started and he played well. I just feel like, is this a turning point for West Ham going forward?
It could be. It could be a turning point. You're
sitting on the fence, though.
Positive momentum we need. No, I think for a start, we need to get rid of Lucas Paqueta. We need to get him out of the club. He's constantly.
It sounds like you are, but at the end of the season,
what did I say to you?
Yeah.
He's a bad egg. You need to get him out. Get what you can get for him.
Yeah, get him out, because he's not been playing. There's rumours that he's been going on strike and refusing to play, talking about a back injury. And as we all know, when a player says a back injury, there's a likelihood that it might not be a back injury.
It means you've had a late night.
Yeah. He wants to go back to Brazil.
But he also has had a lot of problems, hasn't he, with the betting scandal? He was, accused of all these things. It wasn't true, and so from his perspective, he's not had the best time. He's actually said he'll stay until the summer to kind of help West Ham out and then go. Yeah. So you think he should go this window?
Well, I think he should want to stay, like he said, to the end of the summer, right? The club stood by him through all of that. We got him the best lawyers, supported him. The fans were patient with him when he was dropping bad performance after bad performance. Discipline. Because of it. And now we're in the mess that we're in. He doesn't want to stay and help the club get out of it. He wants to go. So if he wants to go, we don't need players like that in the fight we're in. Callum Wilson, he would like to stay if he's given game time, and he deserves game time because I believe he's our top goal scorer. You bring Tatty in, and from what I understand is Nuno said to Wilson, listen, you're not going to be first choice, you're not going to be second choice. Like, that's mad. Like, Callum Wilson's Prem proven, Tatty and Pablo are not. So go with the man that scores the goals in the Prem.
Yeah.
Like,
Dan,
you've got to do that.
100%.
We'd like you to stay, but you've got to go as well.
Dan, it's nice to see a smile on your face anyway, mate. It's been a long time.
Brilliant. Cheers,
Thanks,
guys.
Dan. Take care.
care.